If you want to learn to sew using a digital PDF sewing pattern, you're in the right place. My name is Heather and I am the pattern designer for AlohaSewingCompany.com, where we make easy beginner sewing patterns with video tutorials to show you how to make absolutely anything. When you open up your PDF pattern, you're going to see what the pattern is and a photo of the finished project. You're also going to have a page with the materials needed and any instructions or cutting dimensions. And you will also get a picture of how the pattern should be assembled once it's laid out. You'll obviously get the pattern pieces that you can print on a regular printer and the links to any video tutorials that you can watch to sew along. This cute book sleeve is the pattern I'm using today and it's linked below. In this video, I'm going to show you how to print your pattern, how to assemble it, cut it out, and use it to cut out your fabric pieces. Once you've opened up your PDF document from your digital PDF sewing pattern, you can see I am making this cute book sleeve. It has 4 pages that you will have to assemble together. Make sure you print them actual size so that your pattern pieces are printed the correct size. And each pattern piece will have a 1-inch test box like you see here so that you can measure it to make sure that your pattern printed the correct pattern piece sizes. Now that I have printed out my 4 pattern piece pages, all we need is tape and scissors. You can see there is a light gray dashed line all around each page. You can go ahead and cut that border off if you want to, or if you have a simple pattern like this one, you can just cut the gray dashed line right underneath your page numbers. You can see that we're going to need to put our page numbers together in an overlapping way so that we can tape, glue, or staple them together. So I'm just going to cut this gray dashed line across the bottom here all the way so that I can overlap this piece of paper onto the other one so that they match up, A1 with A2. Then we have another pattern piece that goes along with this sewing pattern for the book sleeve, and we're going to do the same thing for that one. Once you have it assembled together, you just have to cut along the black dashed line. I like to print on cardstock when I know I'm going to reuse a sewing pattern, so that way it gives it a little bit more durability, but you can absolutely just use regular printer paper. If you don't have a printer at home, most of the time you can also print at your local library or copy shop store, somewhere like an office supply store that you have locally. You can normally send or email to the store if you call them and ask their number, or where you can email it to, and they'll print it out for you. Now, once you have your pattern pieces assembled and cut out, you will read the top of your pattern piece and it will tell you how many to cut. For example, both of these pattern pieces for the book sleeve will tell you to cut 2 for the lining, just like I'm doing here, and 2 for the main part of our outside of our book sleeve. So I'm just going to trace it right on top of my fabric and cut it out. Now I want to cut all 4 of these pieces that I need cut at one time, so I'm just going to layer the fabric right on top of each other and batch cut it all at once. So you can see that I have 4 pieces of fabric for this pattern all cut out just like this. I'm going to do the same thing for the other pattern piece, and that's all there is to it. Then you're ready to go ahead and start sewing your project by following along with the video tutorial that comes with it. And the link to that video tutorial is going to be inside of that PDF document. And this is the finished book sleeve that we just cut out the pattern pieces and the fabric for. So if you want to learn how to sew using PDF sewing patterns, click subscribe to see all of my easy sewing projects that come with step-by-step tutorials that make it easy for beginners even. You can just click on one of these videos to watch a sewing tutorial video that I've made that uses a PDF sewing pattern. And before you go, mahalo.